Welcome to this vlog, which is to support schools with the statutory requirements regarding sustainability and climate change. As you can see from the title, we've called the session Sustainability and Climate Action, as the focus is on helping pupils to consider actions that they and their community can begin to take, which will have a measurable impact. We've linked the key websites within this vlog and the resources in a Padlet which can be accessed online via the QR code here or the URL below it. This session will be useful to senior leaders and subject leaders and will focus on the role of sustainability leads within a school and will provide support for writing a climate action plan. Within this vlog, we will link to key resources and guidance from national and local experts to help make the process manageable within your setting. The DfE's Strategy and Policy for Sustainability and Climate Change was first published in April 22 and updated December 23, the link for which is shown on the screen. Research has shown that many children experience eco-anxiety. They are worried about the impact climate change is already having, such as extreme weather events they see in the news or locally, or threats to habitats and animals that live there, and they're worried about the impact it will have in their future lives as they grow up. We all have a joint responsibility for preparing our children for the challenges and opportunities that they will face. The DfE has introduced a new statutory requirement that by 2025, all education settings from nursery through to universities will have a sustainability lead, or even better, a team of leads, and will put in place a climate action plan as to what they are doing to embed sustainable initiatives into their settings. Climate action plans. Well, there's no set way of presenting a climate action plan. In fact, many schools will already be doing some things to support sustainable approaches and will already have some actions in place. Where this is the case, there's no need to create a new plan, but the DfE have linked to several different initiatives to provide some guidance to support schools who need help getting started. This vlog aims to explore some of these initiatives. The DfE has 5 key aims with free support for schools. The first of these is the National Education Nature Park, who will provide a range of classroom activities and resources for schools to use in lessons. For the climate action plans, templates have been provided for guidance, although there's currently no stipulation that these should take any one format. A climate ambassador scheme has been set up for education settings to access, and this will provide guidance from experts. It's been offered for free and will help with all kinds of questions that schools might have, from installing a ground source heat pump, deciding on what energy saving windows and glass to use for a new building, or how to utilise your outdoor space to support nature and increase biodiversity. It's a whole range of experts that can come and support schools. You can apply for a local expert and they can either join you face-to-face or via an online platform. This could include help with writing an action plan and deciding what to do first in your setting. There is a Climate Action Award scheme being set up, which will help to celebrate contributions, actions and impacts from individuals, from local groups, from clubs, so that people can celebrate any impact that they are beginning to have. And also there will be free online professional development for teachers to access. The main aim of the Nature Park is threefold: to help children connect with and appreciate nature in their locality, to help boost the biodiversity of plants and animals in and around our schools, and thirdly, to provide a digital map where children, with the support of their teachers, can upload what is happening in their setting, record data and information, and share with others the impact they are having alongside other settings. When schools register with the Education Nature Park, their school is identified with a green dot on a digital map. As children and schools add more information to their school's map, the larger their green blob grows, reflecting their positive impact. If we added together all the primary and secondary settings in England, we create an area twice the size of Birmingham. And if all of these settings were able to increase the biodiversity of their sites, even by just a few species, collectively we'd be able to make a massive impact in supporting biodiversity in England and helping it to recover and thrive. The National Education Nature Park is a free programme for schools and settings and covers resources from early years to further education. It's a big partnership collaboration funded by the Department for Education and many different partners contributing their specialities to the programme. The lesson resources have been aligned to the national curriculum and have been quality assured to ensure that any climate change content has undergone a review from the Royal Meteorological Society to say it is accurate and correct. The Nature Park aims to make sure every young person in England has the opportunity to develop a meaningful connection to nature. As one of the most depleted countries in the world, and with the effects of climate change, one of the aims of the programme is for young people to understand the threats that the environment is facing and feel able to do something about it. It helps to empower young people to make a positive difference to theirs and nature's future. These are some of the key benefits of the Nature Park, which are summarised in the slide for you. All the resources on the Nature Park website have been linked to curriculum subjects. For Key Stage 1 and 2, there are also specific units of learning, both for geography and for science, and these have been designed as a series of 6 lessons and contain a variety of activity options. The UIFS continuous provision units have been created in collaboration with Learning Through Landscapes. The curriculum team will be adding more curriculum resources and support throughout the academic year. Within the Nature Park, there are lots of opportunities to explore your school site and to collect data, to collect information on the habitats, the biodiversity, and there are lots of ways the children can add data to the digital map. We know that in the future, all jobs will need to be green jobs if we are to effectively address the global challenges of climate change and biodiversity loss. The Nature Park have used a broad interpretation of the term green skills from the Office of National Statistics and have built their green skills into every step of the programme so children and young people can improve the skills for the future. You can see there we've got recording data and interpreting data, so combining our maths and applying our maths. We've got creative thinking and problem solving. We've got developing communication skills and so on. So let's move on to the Climate Ambassador programme. So the main aims of the support are to have excellence in education and skills, to prepare children for young people, which is what we've been looking at with the Nature Park too, to reduce emissions from education buildings, meet legislative targets, and also to provide opportunities for children to engage practically in this transition to net zero. 3, to adapt our education buildings to be more resilient to climate change. We're all aware of those classrooms that get too hot in the summer, too cold in the winter, or areas of our school grounds that are prone to flooding. And 4, how can we enhance biodiversity, improve the air quality, and increase access to and connection with nature in and around our school? So a climate action plan is to help education settings begin or progress some sustainability initiatives within their setting. It ought to be a strategic approach rather than being ad hoc, which it sometimes is currently when we're doing things linking to a one-day event or a special theme week. We're trying to embed this more strategically into the life of the school. It's going to look different for different schools. Some schools are already quite a way on their journey. Some schools are right at the beginning of their journey. Some schools will have a different focus that they want to work with. There isn't a fixed template, but ideally it should aim to fulfil each of the 4 areas that are shown on the screen. It doesn't have to do that yet, but the aim is over the next couple of years, we will build up to include something in each of these 4 areas. So this is the guidance for the Climate Action Plan from the Climate Ambassadors website. It's broken down into 4 areas. We've got nature and biodiversity. We've got developing the climate education and green careers and green skills. We've got adaptation and resilience for our school grounds against extreme weathers. And we've got decarbonisation. So the one on the screen at the minute is for the climate education and green skills. You can see at the top, there are lots of little prompt questions to get you thinking of what you're doing already and what you might like to be doing next. You can then come up with 1, 2, possibly even 3 actions that you are going to undertake as a whole school initiative. The next one on the screen is the biodiversity section. And again, you've got some more prompts there on the screen about, have you mapped out what your habitats are? Have you recorded any biodiversity? And this can be through lots of the resources from the nature park, the Education Nature Park. On the same website, you can also request free support for a climate ambassador. These are experts in their field who will provide some free support to the leaders, the teachers, the governors on any aspect of your climate action plan. You can apply for a climate ambassador online. You're generally linked up with somebody locally, or access could be done online. So where are you on your journey and what support do you need? Hopefully we've started you off with some awareness raising and how you can get started and where you can get some help from. So you might be just finding out about it today, finding out about the policy, about what a climate action plan is. You've got a few ideas of where to go next and how you can do it. And then you might start off with just one of those 4 areas as a focus, leading on to all 4 areas over time. It's also important to mention the global goals. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals overlap and interact with all of the policies, practices, guidance that we've mentioned so far in this vlog. Lots of schools are already doing links to these sustainability goals, so this should fit with what you're doing already in your setting. For any help with climate ambassadors, head to the Climate Ambassador website or feel free to contact the local contacts at Manchester Metropolitan University. Cormac Lawler is the hub manager there for our local area. The Climate Ambassador National Team are also working alongside Let's Go Zero and Transform Our World to help provide another template option. Writing an action plan with the Transform Our World action plan template is really easy. The tool allows you to open up a survey where there are several different questions for you to answer about your school in particular. You just slide the yes no slider across and there's some additional information and guidance next to the question to add support. Based on each of your answers to those previous questions, the Transform Our World tool will create an action plan for you. It will place 3 or 4 actions into 4 different columns based on your answers for your setting. The columns come under the 4 C's, which are community, culture, curriculum, and campus. In each of the different sections, you can select from the options that it gives you. So if it's put in about 3 actions, you can decide whether to add that action to your specific action plan. You can tick if you're doing this already, and then it will add as a green already in action. Or you can tick not applicable, and you either don't want to do it at this time or it's not relevant for your setting. So you can then personalize the actual list and the actual actions dependent on your school. So it's a really easy tool to start off with and to manage your way through. You can choose either option. You can choose the Transform Our World template, or you can choose the Climate Ambassador Climate Action Plan templates. It's entirely up to you. So have a look at both and see which best matches your setting. And the 5th aim from the DFE is to provide free teacher professional development. This is being provided by University College London, and it'll be online so teachers can access it. There's already some modules up there that teachers can have a go at, and more will be uploaded during the rest of this academic year. It's going to be there to support teachers in developing their understanding of how to teach for sustainable futures and how to adapt and develop their curriculum to engage the children in these initiatives. So if you're already working in a school, you're probably also familiar with 60 active minutes per day. We're trying to get children more active during the school day, taking some of our curriculum material outdoors, getting children to use the outdoors more and connect more with nature. This links very well with everything we've talked about previously in the vlog. It links to our global goals, to learning outside the classroom, and we have a curriculum and assessment review where we're likely to see increased links to sustainability and climate actions within a statutory curriculum. So if you would like any further support from the Lancashire Professional Development Service team, then please do get in touch and we can put you in touch with the specific guidance or support that you require to help you in your setting. Look out for our next vlog, which will provide some curriculum links and support materials from the Lancashire team to help you in your setting. And just a reminder, all the resources and web links that we've spoken about today in this vlog are included on this Padlet for ease of access. We hope this has been really useful and we look forward to seeing what schools in Lancashire are doing to support our children and their futures.